All right, there we go. We are recording. Welcome and thank you for jumping on to our Summer Essentials webinar. If you are new around here, we try to have a different themed webinar at least once a month, and several of our teammates also will run webinars often so that you will have an ongoing supply of education to get the most out of your essential oils and to learn new and different ways to use them. So that's what we'll be doing tonight with a focus on summertime. My name is Kristen Raza, and I am a gold leader in doTERRA, and I'm just really excited to share my love of essential oils with people, anybody who wants to listen. So thanks for coming on. And for me, it's just been a really great way to improve my health, both physically and emotionally, and to get rid of some of the toxic products that I have around my house. So it's kind of a journey. It's not easy to get rid of everything, all the chemicals at once, but it's important to have an awareness and find places that we can make small shifts. So thank you for being here. Now, I got all kinds of technology things going on here. So a couple of things that I want to mention from the start. Make sure you get comfy. That's one thing I love about the webinar. I could be wearing my pajama bottoms if I wanted to, and to do this class. This business is so fun that way. You can just do it whenever, wherever, however works for you. And that's exciting. So grab a glass of water. I have a little water here, and I have added some green mandarin, which is a beautiful essential oil that I just need to drop in my water, and it's very tasty. Or perhaps you like to put lemon or grapefruit or orange. There's so many good things you can put in your water with our essential oil collection. But I'm going with green mandarin tonight. And I'm also going with green juice. So I'll be drinking that while we go. Also, you could fire up your diffuser if you wish. If you're brand new to essential oils, one thing that you will definitely want to have in your repertoire is a diffuser, because you cannot go wrong with diffusing with essential oils. So what I have cranking here today, I've been running it all day in my office back there, is a blend from Desiree Mangendog, who is one of our leaders in doTERRA, and it's called a Better Habits blend. And it is Siberian fir, lemon, and ginger. I believe it's 3 drops lemon, 2 Siberian fir, 1 ginger. And she's always got some really great blends. And so that's just a little bonus. You can have Better Habits any time of year. It doesn't have to be summertime. So any time of year is great to improve our habits. Oh, wonderful. Good question. And actually, thank you for putting a question in the chat, because that's the next thing on my list. And that is, if you're new to Zoom, there is a chat box right here. Please feel free. We, in the beginning or for the majority of the class, really tend to mute everybody, even if it's a small group, because we do have a lot of people that listen to the recording, and it allows us to minimize the external noise. So which do I recommend of the diffusers? Great question. They're all wonderful. My personal favorite is the Lumo. I love how it looks. It's nice, sleek look with some, it almost looks like the base is almost wooden. It's not wooden, it's a plastic diffuser, but it looks like a wood finish. And I love that it runs for 10 hours and it goes intermittently. So great question. And I have different diffusers in many different rooms. So I forgot what that one back there is called. I think it's called the Brevi. It's not an ongoing offer with doTERRA. That was like a holiday special, I believe, or maybe, yeah, I think it was holiday special. So it depends on what you are looking for. But I have different diffusers in various rooms of my home because I want to create different feelings, right? In my office, I want energy, I want creativity, I want focus, but in the bedroom, I want relaxation and sleep. So it's so cool that we can do that with oils. So yeah, and I did also mention that the class is being recorded, so you'll have that to go back to. And then the final little bit of housekeeping is that I am going to be giving a variety of recipes that you can make, little DIYs with oils. And so you may want to have a pen and paper handy, but you can always go back to the recording if you don't catch something. You can you can do that. So let's get started. And one thing that we like to start with is just to remind everyone that the body heals itself, right? Oils do not prevent, treat, or cure disease. Our body is miraculous in that it heals itself. We just happen to get in the way of that so often. So the oils help the body get into a place where it can heal itself. So it brings us back to homeostasis, which is a good place to be. So there were a few things that I cover in every webinar. And one of those is why doTERRA. doTERRA is the largest essential oil company on the planet with the most tested and most trusted oils. And it's because of our co-impact sourcing model that allows us to source oils from all over the world so that each oil is derived from its indigenous environment. We go to Somaliland for frankincense. We go to Bulgaria for lavender. We go to Haiti for vetiver. We really go around the globe. And when an oil is grown and harvested in the right altitude with the right climate and soil, you end up with a far superior product. And that is where our commitment to purity begins. The second reason why doTERRA is the essential oil industry is actually fraught with adulteration and contamination. But doTERRA has created the gold standard for purity. So there is no FDA regulation on essential oils or supplements. And that means you could put anything on a bottle, 100% pure, organic, and you can put anything in that bottle. It's just, you know, and unfortunately a lot of that happens. So our oils are what doTERRA has created as the gold standard, certified pure therapeutic grade. And we call that CPTG. And this is really important because every oil has zero fillers, zero synthetics, dyes, pesticides, contaminants of any kind. They are just pure, unadulterated oils, and they are grown by experienced farmers in their indigenous lands. And that's important. And that's why we don't let our friends buy oils from Walmart, Bed & Bath, CVS, wherever. Oils are popping up everywhere. And a lot of other companies are starting to add oils to their product line. But doTERRA does it best, and we stick to what we know. And I want to also add a little point to that, and that is even oils, doTERRA oils on Amazon, doTERRA has not approved any third-party sellers on Amazon. And when those oils have been purchased off of Amazon and tested, they aren't necessarily pure. They have been adulterated or doctored up. So buy your oils from the source, buy them from doTERRA, buy them from someone who is a wellness advocate, and be confident then that the oils will do what you want them to do. So our standard of purity is just beyond anyone else out there, and every batch is third-party tested as well, so we know that we can be confident in that. So we source over 100 essential oils from more than 40 different nations. And we have, I think it's now up to 91% exclusive arrangements. It keeps rising every time I turn around. So I think it's 91% now of exclusive arrangements with the places that we get oils from. And part of the reason that I am passionate about doTERRA is the way that we make a positive impact on the world. So first, with our co-impact sourcing, working directly with the farmers, taking out the middleman. But secondly, with our Healing Hands Foundation. And this is our nonprofit organization, and we are committed to improving lives through partnering with a lot of organizations that offer hope to millions of people around the world. For example, Days for Girls, getting feminine products to girls and teaching them about their bodies. Operation Underground Railroad, being a instrumental player with that organization to help stop sex trafficking of children. And the list just goes on and on. So we are dedicated with our Healing Hands Foundation to bring healing and hope to the world and to really help those live lives free of disease and free of poverty, and ultimately empower them with the tools they need to become self-reliant, which I really love that. So doTERRA covers all of the overhead and administrative costs of Healing Hands. So that means 100% of all donations, not just 100% of the proceeds, go directly to those receiving aid. And the executives of the executive team of doTERRA funds any of the costs that it takes to run that organization. So if you haven't checked it out, go to doTERRA.com or go to YouTube and look up Healing Hands doTERRA, and you will see some really powerful, beautiful videos of what we're doing. And so you will know when you use one of the doTERRA oils exactly how you're helping in the world. So I also always like to briefly review the 3 different ways you can use your oils for those that are new. The first is topically. So when you apply your oils to whatever part of the body that needs support, they reach the bloodstream within about 20 seconds and they're distributed through the body within about 20-30 minutes. Now, if you're going to use the oils topically, I always recommend to use a carrier oil. I like fractionated coconut oil to avoid any skin sensitivity, and you always want to dilute with children. And I actually do put oils neat on my skin, so if someone does that, it's not anything to be concerned about. Some of the hot oils, like oregano, for example, is a hot oil, or cinnamon, might be a little bit intense on sensitive skin. So diluting with some carrier oil is always a good idea. So one of the great places you can put an oil topically, if you're not sure, is the bottoms of your feet. And it's the most porous part of your skin, and it's just gonna absorb quickly. Another place I like is the back of the neck or along the spine. I've got my little roller bottle handy here, which is for concentration and focus, which I didn't put on before we started. And you can just do it the back of your neck or apply on the spine. The second way to use your oils is just put a drop in the palm of your hands and then cup your nose to your hands to your nose and inhale. And it just goes right up there into the brain. And that is a great way to use them topically or to use them aromatically. So that's the second way to use the oil aromatically. So just putting some in your hands and breathing, or simply just opening the cap of your oil and taking a deep breath. And then we touched upon at the beginning diffusing. It's another great way to use your oils aromatically, and that can help support your respiratory function and it can help support your moods. So we inhale, it goes right into our brain where our emotions live. And the third way you can use your oils is internally. And doTERRA is the only brand of oils that I would trust to ingest. So please don't assume that it is okay to ingest any other brand. Don't say, well, Kristen said on the webinar, ingest the oil. Just make sure that you know where that oil is coming from. So it is, if it's safe for consumption, the bottle will be labeled that it is safe for internal use. It'll say aromatic, topical, and dietary use. And it will have a little box that says supplement facts, like you would get on a food label. And most oils are safe to ingest. There are some of our blends that aren't, but then, and there are a few different oils that are not. But in general, the majority are. Just check your label. So as I said, I'm drinking some oil in my water right now. And I could have put an oil in my green juice as well. You can put a little basil, for example, is a nice one for that. Quite tasty. So this time of year, summer, and this webinar is about summer, we should be drinking a lot of water and hydrating all the time. But summer, because it's warm out and people are sweating more active, you want to up your water intake, and putting a drop of refreshing citrus or peppermint in your water can help you drink more water and stay hydrated throughout the summer. All right, so let's dive into some of my favorite outdoor products. I'm going to list a few for you, and I'm sure there are many. And if you already have a favorite outdoor product, maybe drop it in the chat while I'm suggesting these. But for a lot of people, this is a time where we're spending more time outdoors. So my first recommendation is going to be Deep Blue Rub. So that is the cream version of Deep Blue. In this photo, I know we see the oil here, and that is awesome too. But I'm going to say for my choice, it's going to be the Deep Blue Rub. Now that's one that I love to use after I'm hiking or biking or doing something like that. We do a lot of hiking in the summer, actually most of the year. And Deep Brew Rub is my go-to for any aches and pains, muscle soreness. Lavender is a great one for restful sleep. So this can be the time of year that few things. One, maybe you're out camping or you're traveling, and some people don't sleep as well in other beds as they do at home, right? So my mom's one who she just doesn't sleep well in the hotel room. You want to have your lavender with you. Or if you've got your windows open more of the day, might be a little noisy. My windows are closed right now, but if they were open, sometimes it gets a little noisy in the neighborhood. So lavender is going to help for restful sleep. Then, of course, summer must is TerraShield. Now, TerraShield is our repellent blend, and it will help protect you from bugs. So if you're outside and you are one of those people that the bugs are just drawn to, you want to try your TerraShield. So you can take some drops and put it on whatever skin is going to be exposed or openings in clothing or anything like that before outdoor activity. So when we're hiking, I try to always wear long pants and mostly long sleeves if I can, but it was really hot the other day, last time we went. And so I'll just put a few drops of TerraShield around my ankles while I'm hiking, and then I'll put some maybe on my neck. It also comes in a little spray bottle, and TerraShield has been scientifically shown to repel insects more effectively than any of the other synthetic insect repellents out there. So that's a must-have for all the hiking that we do. My next favorite for outdoor activities, well, not outdoor, but is DigestZen soft gels. So if you are doing a little extra, going to extra cookouts or barbecues or anything, or traveling on vacation to places with some different food that you don't usually try, the DigestZen soft gels can help really alleviate an upset stomach. It's also great in the car if you have any little ones or big ones that get motion sickness. Your DigestZen is going to be helpful. Next favorite is in this picture here, Tri-Ease Seasonal Blend Soft Gel. If you have issues when the pollen counts are high, then this is going to be your best friend for relief from all those seasonal threats. So take a soft gel of Tri-Ease, and that's going to really help you breathe better and avoid those seasonal issues that happen this time of year. I'm also going to throw on that list peppermint. You can see that right in here in the photo because it's cooling. It does promote clear breathing if you put a drop on your chest, but a drop on the back of your neck, this is just like magic, you guys. I was passing around the peppermint roller ball on 4th of July because it was really hot. And so that is definitely one that I like for the hot summer months. So I mentioned the Deep Blue Rub for active lifestyle products. And in the summer, a lot of us are able to get outside more depending on where you live, especially us in the New England area, and be more active in the nice weather. So if you are someone who likes to be active and performance and endurance are important to you, then here are a couple of great products to try and keep in your repertoire. The first is the Mito 2 Max Energy and Stamina Complex. So this is a supplement, and I love this when I need like a little bit extra energy. So if you are doing some more active things, it doesn't even have to be a sport, but if you just, if you go to, I don't know, Disney and you're walking around the park all day for 12 hours or whatever it might be, this Mito 2 Max is going to be great to have on hand for energy and stamina. I actually like it for traveling as well when I am changing time zones. So if I have any jet lag, perhaps, my Mito 2 Max travels with me, and it helps me stay energized when I'm switching around or when I've had a long travel day. The next one I'm going to mention for active lifestyle products is the Slim and Sassy Trim Shake. So this is a great to give you some essential nutrients. It's great if you're trying to manage your weight, and it's a really tasty snack that you can do on the go when you are really more active during the summertime. And finally, I would mention this no matter what time of year, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's just important for me for overall health and wellness. That's always in my repertoire every season long. So those are some great active lifestyle ones. If you have something that you really love to use, let me know. I'm curious. So cooking, I love this guy working on the grill here. I am going to give you a whole list of what I would say are great oils to have on hand for cooking in the summertime or really any time of year, but especially for the barbecue. And one that was not on my list that just came to mind, though, is for those of you who were fortunate enough to get the Summer Savory oil, was a special limited edition oil. I guess like maybe 2 months ago, maybe it was in May, I think. If you got that, or if you know someone who has it and they want to give you a sample, that is like a whole mixture of herbal notes. And it is, I have not done it, but I'm planning on trying to use it for some marinating maybe chicken and use that Summer Savory oil on it. So if you've used it for cooking, I'd love to hear about it. So, okay, a few favorites. I'm going to just read off my list of favorites here. Basil, cilantro, coriander. That's like a little used one for me. I always forget about the coriander. It's funny how you have some that you just go to all the time and then some kind of like get a little buried. So coriander, let's get it out. Let's use it. Thyme, rosemary, marjoram, and oregano. So those are some wonderful herbal oils that you can use. Now remember, the oil, essential oil, is 70 to 80 times stronger than the herb. So when you are cooking and grilling with any of those, you want to make sure that you're using them sparingly. A little goes a long way. And the nice thing about that is it's going to last you a long time too then. You will have that bottle of cilantro for quite a while. You only need a little bit. So those are some great ones to have on hand. Basil, cilantro, coriander, thyme, rosemary, marjoram, and oregano. Now in the citrus family, I'm going to add some of those for cooking as well. Maybe not on your barbecued chicken, or maybe actually. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, and wild orange. Those are your citruses that lately I've been really into grilling peaches for dessert this summer for some reason. And what I could do is drop a drop of a citrus oil on that just to kind of like mix it up. Or if you like to make different smoothies or green juices, lemon, lime, grapefruit, and wild orange are great ones. And as I mentioned, my current favorite is the green mandarin, which is about gone now. So if you have a favorite oil for cooking, would love to know what you use in the kitchen. And I love it. It's handy because I tend to really like to cook with fresh herbs, but I love the oils because if I happen to be out of, let's say, basil, because basil can go bad very quickly, then it's nice to have it on hand. Good question, Frank. Do you use the oils directly on the food or dilute? So in this case, I would just put it, if I was marinating, if I had some maybe olive oil and maybe some balsamic vinegar, I would just put a drop in whatever the marinade is. You can definitely put it, directly in. So I'll give you an example. The oregano, the way I tell people to use oregano, if you were making a pot of sauce, maybe not necessarily your #1 summer dish, but you're making a pot of sauce on the stove, you're going to take your oregano. You can take off the little plastic top in there and stick a toothpick in it and swirl the toothpick around. And then you're going to just take that toothpick and you're going to swirl it in your sauce. Now, I have people that always say, oh, that's not enough. And they just go ahead and put some more oregano in. Do not do that. Nobody will be able to eat it. It is so potent. So just that toothpick swirling around is enough. So if you're making like a, a batch of 4 chicken breasts or something, I would put it in something like an olive oil or something and mix it up, and you could use one of those little brushes and just brush it on there from your little bowl, your prep bowl. If you put a drop on the chicken breast, that should be fine too, especially if it's like lemon or something, that should be okay as well. Good question. All right, so I did already jump ahead and mention peppermint. I love this picture of the usage of peppermint. This is the Peppermint Touch roller ball. So we have a handful of oils that come in, well, a few handfuls, I guess, that come in a touch, called a touch form, which means it is a roller ball, and it is already diluted with fractionated coconut oil in there. So especially with children, just roll on a little peppermint on the feet. And this is a great trick that your family and friends are going to love if they are feeling warm in the summertime. So whether you're at your kids' sporting events, or you're at the pool or the beach, or you're just sitting in 90-degree weather, add a little bit of peppermint essential oil to the bottoms of your feet, and then add a drop to your drinking water, and that'll cool your body down. So next time you try that, I want to hear about how nice and cool you are. And not a summer tip, but ladies, anyone who is, of a certain age and suffering from hot flashes, here is your best friend also, no matter what time of year: peppermint on the back of your neck. All right, so here's a recipe that I wanted to include, and I actually just came across this recipe. I have not yet made it, so if you make it before I get around to making it, I really want to hear about how it goes. And this comes recommended to me as the best, absolute best natural sunscreen. And so many of the store-bought sunscreens have a lot of harmful ingredients, and we're hearing more and more about some of these products that we've been using like our whole lives, and the different chemicals that are found in them. And why does that matter? Well, the chemicals in our products these days are very dangerous for disrupting our immune system, our endocrine system, our metabolic system. So we really want to look at the products carefully and just make sure if there is another natural alternative that we explore those. So here is the list of ingredients here. You've got olive oil, FCO is fractionated coconut oil, beeswax, zinc oxide, vitamin E, shea butter, and 12 drops of Helichrysum essential oil. That is like one of the most powerful skin oils that you can have. So you're going to just basically take a like a double boiler. You can just have a pot on the stove, and then I use a glass bowl on top of it, and you're going to place the cup or the bowl in 1 inch or 2 of boiling water, and you're just going to stir the ingredients, everything except for the zinc oxide and the essential oil. So you're going to put it all in a double boiler or a glass measuring cup, except for the zinc oxide and the Helichrysum oil. Then you're going to place that bowl in the boiling water and stir it, and once it's melted, you can set it aside, let it cool, and you'll add in the 2 remaining ingredients, the zinc oxide and the Helichrysum. So you can put that into like a mason jar and store it in a cool place. You could put it in your fridge, and it should last you about 6 months. So one of the other things that I love about essential oils is they're so affordable, because if you get these, it might seem like a lot to buy these staples right here. You probably already have olive oil in your cabinet. You might have shea butter on hand, but you can actually, you're using such small amounts of this, these things will last you for a long time. I have vitamin E and shea butter, and I've just had the containers forever, more than a year, maybe 2. And I just make things from that, and they last a while. So you get a few simple natural ingredients, and you can do a lot of things with these few ingredients as well. And an interesting option that you also can try with this recipe is you can add a few drops of TerraShield into your mixture, TerraShield essential oil. So when you add the Helichrysum at the end, you can add your TerraShield. So now you not only have sun protection, but you have bug protection as well. Double duty. So this is a great recipe for after sun spray. So whether you got a little sunburn or your skin is feeling like a little parched from being out in the sun, 20 drops of lavender and 20 drops of peppermint. And you can add that to a 4-ounce spray bottle. Fill the remainder up with either water or fractionated coconut oil. And then you just shake it up and apply to any sunburned areas. If you want to kick it up a notch, you can also add 20 drops of frankincense. That would be optional. So lavender, peppermint, and frankincense optional, 20 drops of each. Makes a really nice cooling after sun spray. And you know, all of these things do double duty. I actually would use that same mixture, lavender, peppermint, and possibly frankincense, even like just after the gym, you know, just like spritz off after the gym. I'm always running somewhere when I come out of the gym, and I'm just kind of like spritzing off and cleaning up to do errands before I get home for a shower. And, you know, it's a nice smelling little combination there. So you can definitely multitask with these oils. All right, On Guard, a favorite. So you've got, you know, summer barbecues, picnics, eating at the beach or by the pool, and oftentimes you're out and you're left in a situation where you're not able to wash your hands. I find this with hiking all the time. We're always out in the woods. Sometimes we have to, if we're in like state parks, we have to use the, you know, occasionally the portage on there. So I've always got my On Guard handy. So you can bring it as in a few different ways. You've got your basic oil, like the one is pictured here. You've got On Guard in a touch, which is the rollerball format. And you've got the sanitizing spray option. So I'll keep that in my little hiking bag. That's actually something I keep with me all the time. But let's say you have a lot of people in your family that really need to be with the On Guard. You could make a bigger batch of this and fill your little bottles. So if you had a 15 ml spray bottle, well, actually that's not that big, but you could make multiple for your family or your friends. A 15 ml spray bottle, a 1/4 teaspoon of vitamin E oil. So you saw that in the last recipe as well. You're gonna fill it half with water and half with aloe vera gel. So 15 ml bottle, 1/4 teaspoon vitamin E oil, fill it half with water, half with distilled aloe vera gel, and 8 drops of On Guard oil. And then you can just shake it up and you can keep it in your pool bag or your car or your, you know, wherever you need it for being on the go. So I actually keep the On Guard hand sanitizing mist. I have one in my gym bag, one in my purse, one in my car. I have a little work tote that I use. I have one in there. So no matter where I am, I can sanitize my hands. All right. So here's a great traveling must-have. This is great for immune support. So this is a good recipe. If you're on planes and we've got that stale plane air happening, I know there's some summer colds that are starting to go around. So this is a great rollerball recipe that you can take with you anywhere and apply it as needed. So you'll need a 5 ml roller bottle, and then 7 drops of each of these oils. 7 drops frankincense, 7 drops On Guard, 7 drops Melaleuca, which is pictured here. That's our tea tree oil, and 7 drops of lemon oil. So we've got frankincense, On Guard, Melaleuca, and lemon. And then you'll fill the remainder up with your fractionated coconut oil. And this is going to be great to apply on your feet or on the back of your neck when you are traveling. I know I'm going into the city this week, and you know, subways, trains, everything. This will be a great one to have on hand. So I did mention TerraShield was in one of the earlier slides, and I happened to jump ahead and talk about the spray bottle. This is a blend that has a lot of powerful oils and a few other plant oils that are great for outdoor protection. So this is a newly updated formula, and some of the oils in there are ylang-ylang, cedarwood, catnip is in there actually, lemon, eucalyptus, Litsea, arbor vitae, and a couple others that that we don't even have individual oils for. So it's got some other things in there. And you can even use this with your, with your pet if they're getting a lot of bugs also. So you can put it on your legs and arms, necks before going outside, or you can diffuse it on your patio. So if you have a plug out there, put a diffuser out there, put in 3 or 4 drops. You can do that. You can actually spray it around your door or your window seal or around your tent if you're camping. That's another way you can use it. You can also make a little DIY bug repellent. So this would be a non-toxic bug spray, and you would do 20 to 30 drops of the TerraShield oil, 10 drops of lemon, and then 10 drops of eucalyptus, which would be optional. So you want the TerraShield and the lemon, but you can make eucalyptus as an additional oil in there. So 20 to 30 TerraShield, 10 lemon, and 10 eucalyptus. And you are going to take those all in a 4-ounce bottle of distilled water. You might put a few drops of fractionated coconut oil in there and shake it up. The fractionated coconut oil is just a little extra moisturizing. So you can use that. All right, but then let's say you didn't have your TerraShield and you got some bug bites. Great DIY blend that's perfect for when you've got some bug bites. This is gonna also be in a 5 ml roller ball, and it will include 10 drops of basil, 5 drops of peppermint, and 5 drops of lavender. And so you fill it up with FCO, fractionated coconut oil, and you will have a great roller ball for any itchy bug bites. So if you're one of those people that the mosquitoes love, this is going to be your favorite. So that was 10 basil, 5 peppermint, 5 lavender. So, you think of lavender as being soothing and calming, and it is soothing and calming to the mood, to the emotion, but it's also soothing and calming to the skin. So it's always one that I think of when I want to, when I have like a skin irritation of any kind. All right, still with the bugs. I think we're almost done with bugs in a minute. But this is super important for anyone that's looking to, have a bug-free garden. So a lot of toxic products are out there for gardening, but doTERRA has many alternatives. And peppermint, sandalwood. I'm gonna actually just give you a couple of the keys. Ants, that is one for peppermint oil. So if you've got ants, peppermint oil is your friend. Beetles, peppermint oil or thyme. Caterpillars, also peppermint oil. Fleas, lavender, lemongrass, or peppermint. Flies, oh, we've got a lot of choices for flies. Basil, clove, eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, or rosemary. And I'll put this little list, I'll have to remind myself to put this into the email with the recording, because there's a whole bunch of other ones here. I'm not going to go through every bug. Mosquitoes, lavender, or lemongrass is another good one. Moths, lavender or peppermint. Gnats, patchouli. Oh my gosh, and it keeps going on. There are so many on this list. So we've got a lot of different oils that you can use for your garden. And if you are a gardener and you want to make sure you get this list of bugs and oils, just let me know and I can send that to you. Just wanted to give you like a little couple of suggestions. So doTERRA has a fantastic blog. When you go to doTERRA.com, search for the blog, and there are lots of great summer recipes there. And just pulling that up. I am going to, yeah, I'm going to have a link for the blog. You can just go on there and you can search for, you know, the recipes for cooking or lavender lemonade. I know that's a favorite that's been on there. And there's all kinds of recipes on the doTERRA blog. So there's always such a wealth of information out there. Lots of resources for you. Okay. Now I just seem to have lost my, okay. So now what? Some great options for your summer fun and summer health. But if you are brand new to essential oils and you don't have an account yet with doTERRA, what are you waiting for? So there are 3 ways that you can get essential oils. The first way, which I do not recommend, is retail. And we never let friends buy retail, because why should you if you can get 25% off your products? The only time you should buy retail is if you are in like a spa or a chiropractor's office, or somebody who is selling the doTERRA products directly, and they have something that you need right away and you want to cash and carry kind of thing. That would be the only time to buy retail. The second way to get your oils is wholesale, and wholesale is 25% off. And a wholesale account is just like having a Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club account. You basically will have your account, and that'll allow you to buy anything at 25% off for as long as you like. And you only need to buy one thing per year to keep that account active. So nice and easy. And then the third way is actually to get beyond retail. I mean, resale, beyond wholesale. And that's what I do. And so my price turns out to be lower than 25% off wholesale, because I also participate in the loyalty reward program. Now it's optional, you don't have to do it, but if you like saving money and you like changing up some of the products in your home, then it's definitely something you'll want to look into. And so if you become a customer, we will meet with you and explain that to you. If you already are a customer and you don't know about the loyalty rewards program, please reach out, and I'm happy to tell you more about that. So that is the way that you can get your oils at a discount. Now, I wanted to add this in just because it's exciting. This is a deal that is going to be offered tomorrow only, So if you are already a customer, you simply just log into your regular account and purchase a Frankincense Touch, which, again, remember, these roller balls that look like this, these 10 ml roller balls that are called Touch roller balls, are the oil, the essential oil, as well as the fractionated coconut oil. So this is a Frankincense Touch, and you buy, it's really, we can't even call it a BOGO, guys, can we? Because it's not buy one, get one. It's buy one, get two in this case. So it is the Frankincense Touch, where you purchase that and you will receive a free DigestZen Touch. Now, you know, I did mention DigestZen earlier for any kind of digestive or stomach upset, whether it's, you know, gas or bloating or car sickness, motion sickness, or acid reflux, anything like that, you want to have your DigestZen on hand. So if you're, you know, eating a lot of barbecue or ice cream sundaes or whatever it is in the summer, you'll want to have that handy. And then I don't think this one came up during our summer chat, but Breathe Touch is the other freebie. Now, this is a respiratory blend. So anything with your respiratory system, anything with taking a deep breath. I love Breathe before working out. It really can help getting a full breath in there. And if it's, you know, I just also find sometimes when the air is just so heavy, and like lately there's been a lot of humidity, I like a little breathe to just kind of help open up the airways. So if you're a current customer, you log into your account, buy your Frankincense Touch, and you will get these 2 oils for free. Now, if you are not a current customer, you can open an account and you can still get, whoops. Oh, we just went back to the beginning. Hang on. There it is. So there is, oh, no, I don't want to go back to them. There we go. All right, well, I was going to show you, see if we can go quickly, one of the great options. So when you open a wholesale account, don't mind the slides flying by you. Here we go. You can do it 2 ways. You can pay $35 to open the account, and then you can choose whatever oils you're interested in and pay for them. Or you can choose one of our many starter kits, and then your membership is included. You do not have to pay the $35. So there are several different starter kits at varying price points for your needs, and you can reach out to myself or anybody else that you might be working with in doTERRA, or someone who told you about this webinar, and they can assist you as well. But the kit I chose to feature for tonight is our Aroma Touch Diffused Kit. And the reason I like this kit is because, well, there's just some beautiful oils in here. There is the Melaleuca, which came up today in our talk about, you know, immune support, and there's On Guard, which came up, of course, with again, immune support and sanitizing. There's the peppermint, which is really helpful to have on hand for the heat. There's a wild orange. There's also the lavender in there, which we talked about. So a lot of the things that you want on hand to make some of these DIYs. And then there are 2 others that I did not mention, 2 blends. One is called Balance, which is a beautiful grounding blend. And the other is Aroma Touch, which is a massage blend. And both of those are great relaxing and calming blends. On top of that, you get your fractionated coconut oil right here, and you get a diffuser. So you're really getting a great starting point, you know, collection for your oils. And what this kit does not have, and one of the reasons that I actually don't get as many people buying this kit, is because the one thing it's missing is frankincense, to be honest, which I always tell people, when in doubt, you know, grab Frank, not Frank listening to the webinar, the other Frank, get the frankincense. It's just a really important oil to have in your collection. So if you purchase this kit and you add your frankincense, you're actually getting 2 free oils. And this is a $48 value. So really awesome bonus tomorrow only. So don't go into your account tonight and order this Frankincense Touch. It will not come with bonus oils. You must do it tomorrow to get the freebies. And stay tuned, because you didn't hear from me, but there will be additional BOGOs every Tuesday in July. So I think we've got like 2 more after this. So stay tuned for that. So great, great deal. Whether you are just getting into your oil journey and are looking for your first kit, or you want to add to your collection. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat right now before we wrap up. And as I mentioned, you'll get a copy of this recording, so you can go back, you can review your DIY recipes if you'd like. And I find that since I've added essential oils to my sort of health routine, it really has made a transformative impact on both my physical and emotional health. And so in our family, no matter what comes up, we kind of joke about this in the essential oil world, but you know, we always say, oh, there's an oil for that. But it is true. Whatever comes up, we always try that first. Like, what could we reach for first before we reach for a over-the-counter or prescription medication, or something that has more toxins in, where you're going to spray to kill the bugs, but you're also doing damage to yourself. So there is an oil for that. You can make sure that you try something natural first to support your health, and enjoy the journey. And it's a lot of fun. There's all kinds of fun things that you can make, as you've heard tonight. And I hope that there's something in here that you heard tonight that you might try to play with and have a healthy and a safe summer. I see we have, oh yes, awesome. Frank's saying, I use the Vitality Pack, super group of supplements. Yeah, it truly is. That is a game changer for so many people. So if you listen to this and you have not tried the Lifelong Vitality supplements, it's a trio of supplements, do yourself a favor and try it out. Everybody I talk to always gives that same feedback that that Frank is mentioning. And if you haven't tried it, it is a money-back, a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there is no downside to trying it. Try it out. You will be thankful that you did. You will really see, you know, more energy, better sleep, better mood, better hair, nails, you name it, skin. It's just a real powerhouse. So thank you for mentioning that, Frank. I truly appreciate that. And thank those of you who were on live tonight. I always applaud anyone who takes time to learn, and especially takes time to improve their health. And for those of you listening to the recording afterwards, thank you. We so appreciate you. We really value everybody that is in our doTERRA family. And if there is any way that we can help you, please don't hesitate to reach out. So make it a healthy and fun summer. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. Good night.